guys. Today I want to talk about something that I am extremely passionate about. Apple cider vinegar has been one of those things that have transformed my life. It has transformed my life as well as my children's, my husband, my entire family, and countless number of my clients have really changed their lives because of apple cider vinegar. So today I want to talk about the many uses that I have for apple cider vinegar. Some you probably have already heard of, and some might not be very conventional uses of apple cider vinegar, but I think it's worth a try for you guys to just hear me out at least, and maybe try it on your own. So I just want to say before we get into this, I am in no way a doctor. I am everything that I am gonna say right now is going to be a matter of opinion and from my own experience as well as my family, friends, and clients. So I'm just going to dive right into it. I'm going to tell you. So the first use, you probably have heard it many times before, and that is using apple cider vinegar twice a day, once in the morning and once at night for gut health, for promoting good gut health. So there are a lot of probiotics on the market that people use to promote good gut health. Apple cider vinegar is actually a very cheap and extremely effective way to increase the good bacteria and promoting really good gut health. So I just want to tell you that the root of all disease does begin in the gut. A lot of acne-prone skin has been treated by treating the gut health. A lot of sugar cravings can be taken care of with using apple cider vinegar. You can also treat a bunch of different gut issues with apple cider vinegar. Even though apple cider vinegar is very acidic when you drink it, when you drink it, it doesn't have the same effect in your body. So a lot of people think, oh no, it's going to cause me a stomach ulcer. I'm going to get a lot of stomach problems from it. That's not the case. Also, I have used apple cider vinegar to actually treat acid reflux in a lot of patients. Everybody reacts differently to apple cider, so I just want to tell you that you need to use it. Really, it's a trial and error kind of thing here. So a lot of clients were not able to have the apple cider vinegar on an empty stomach and in the morning. So I recommend apple cider vinegar, a glass of water with 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar once in the morning after breakfast and once in the evening before you go to bed. This is going to help with your gut health, and it's going to help with eliminating a lot of the sugar cravings that your body might have during the day. So once in the morning and once at night is how I like to take the apple cider vinegar. It has helped me a lot to really maintain my gut health as well as maintain my weight by cutting out the sugar cravings that I used to have, especially the ones at night. Those ones were the ones that killed me the most. A lot of my clients have found that it's very useful to have it before they sleep because it eliminates the sugar cravings they have as well as the ones they have in the morning. So that's the number one use for apple cider vinegar. You probably already have heard this before. The second use that I have for apple cider vinegar is to treat allergies. So my kids and we get hay fever in spring, and also in fall we get these weird allergies also, they happen. So I give each child as well as myself a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar without any water, just a teaspoon. I put it in my mouth, I gargle it. Don't let it touch your teeth. Just put it straight into your throat, gargle with it a little bit, and then you can swallow it. That really eases like any kind of sneezing that's going on, or any kind of hay fever that you feel. Also, a lot of my clients have benefited tremendously from getting a cotton swab and putting a bit of apple cider vinegar on it with a tiny bit of water to dilute it. The water has to be clean distilled water. Don't use straight up tap water. You could use bottled water. And then just place it on each eye for around 5 minutes when your eyes are really itching you, and then take off the cotton swab and wait for it to dry before you open your eyes so that it doesn't burn your eyes. That has helped a lot with the itchy eyes that a lot of people who suffer from hay fever get. So that's the second use I have for it. The third is to treat throat infections. Yes, I have, this started off for me when I was pregnant with my second baby, and I got strep throat. And the doctor, of course, prescribed antibiotics, which I refused to take. I used apple cider vinegar instead. I gargled 3 times a day, as well as I drank it multiple times. And instead of my throat getting healed in 5 days, which is usually how long it would take with antibiotics, it took me a little bit over 10 days to completely heal myself, but it does work. So instead of taking antibiotics that are gonna kill the good bacteria in your stomach, in your gut, and it's gonna promote more illness. The more antibiotics you take, the more ill you're gonna get, because you're putting the gut flora will be completely off balance. So that's why a lot of my clients say, well, every time I take antibiotics, I take some more and more and more after that because I keep getting sick. And that doesn't come as a surprise to me. I spent years on that cycle where I would take antibiotics to treat something that's going on, and then it would weaken my immune system because of my gut health, and then I would get sick more often, and it was this really negative cycle that was never ending for me. So please keep in mind that a lot of the antibiotics are given as a preventative measure. So you don't just have to listen and take it. Try to, like I said again, I am not a doctor. This is all through trial and error, but sometimes you can wait and see and then take it if needed. So if your throat does not get better within a couple of days and you feel like you're getting worse, you should 100% go ahead and take the antibiotics as prescribed, because antibiotics are life-saving medication. I am not saying you shouldn't take it. I'm just saying you should give your body a couple of days to heal without taking traditional medication, and then or conventional medication, and if it does not work, and if the apple cider vinegar does not work, then you can go ahead and take the antibiotics. So that's for the third use for the throat infection. The fourth is, this is a bit of a twist for some people, but we were on a holiday in Thailand, and my husband's tooth started hurting him, and we didn't know any doctors there. We didn't know what to do. Obviously he had a cavity. I got some vinegar, put it on a cotton swab, placed it on his tooth. We did that 3 times a day for 4 days, and his cavity just went away. So I don't know, if it healed it or what happened, but it just went away. Until today, he never did anything to fix that problem, and the pain never came back again. So if you do have any teeth problems, I would suggest you try apple cider vinegar, especially if you're pregnant, because you don't want to get any you don't want to get worked on while you're pregnant, because they have to give you the numbing medication and all of that. So but let me tell you, you should never put apple cider vinegar directly on your teeth. This is only if you have a cavity or pain on your tooth. It's okay for you to put it. When you're drinking the apple cider vinegar, I forgot to also mention before, I would like you to actually drink it out of a straw, because it does hurt the enamel of your tooth when you do it over years. So 3 years into doing it, I started feeling like some of my teeth were chipping off a little bit, and you don't want that to happen. So use a straw That's a really good recommendation. So you can use it to heal teeth. Also, the fifth way I use it is as a rinse for my hair. It adds a lot of shine, and it helps keep the scalp in good condition. So that has been very beneficial for me. The sixth way I use it also is for my children. I clean their cuts and scrapes with that. Obviously, you could use traditional methods, but I do like using the apple cider vinegar because this one, the one with the mother, because I feel like it's very beneficial for them, and it's good for the skin also, and it helps heal the wounds faster. Another, this is kind of like a very sensitive subject for a lot of people, but something else I use apple cider vinegar for is also to cure a lot of the female genital infections that can occur. So what I do is I take some apple cider vinegar, I dilute it with water. So let's say a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar with 3 tablespoons of water. You can get these little ice trays from many places, but I would recommend getting the really small. They have a lot of them now in different shapes and sizes and stuff. Get small ones that you can fit down there, and you could use them as suppositories if you have an itch down there, if you are not feeling, if you have like a weird smell, if you feel like you might have a slight infection. This is not instead of going to the doctor. This is just if you have little ailments that happen down there. We all know around the time of the month different things can happen, or during different while you're, sometimes after you give birth, which brings me to the next point where I used it after I gave birth. A lot of the doctors used to recommend, medication for down there. Some women tear when they give birth vaginally, so I used the apple cider vinegar on the stitches, and it helped heal them faster. It also, of course, diluted a little bit with water. It helped also heal the stitches much faster, and it felt a lot better after using apple cider vinegar. So that's another way of using it. If you have any questions about how exactly to do it, you can leave me a message down below and I will respond to that. And then the final way that I use apple cider vinegar is as a toner for my face. I will actually dilute it with water. So you want to put 1 part vinegar, 3 parts water. You could get a bottle and just fill a quarter of it with vinegar and 3/4 of it with water, and you could use it as a toner. Apple cider vinegar is an extremely cheap way to really transform your life. I've been dubbed as the apple lady vinegar, the apple cider. I've been dubbed as the vinegar lady because all my clients, they know that as soon as they come in, the first thing they see in front of them in my office is my apple cider vinegar, and the first thing they hear me talk about is apple cider vinegar. For me, it's transformed my life as well as my children's, my husband, my friends, my clients, and it has really transformed our lives. You can also use apple cider vinegar, I forgot to add, as a foot soak. It really helps with dead skin, keeping the skin very soft, and also it keeps the feet really clean. For those who go to gyms and may not use flip-flops all the times in showers, and people who use the public showers and whatnot, it's good for you to soak your feet in vinegar all the time because it actually keeps off bacteria. A lot of people have treated their warts with apple cider vinegar, as well as a lot of different, you get a lot of blisters on your feet and whatnot from certain shoes. It helps a lot with healing that also. So anyways, if you have any more questions about apple cider vinegar, I am the person to ask. I've done a lot of research on myself and those around me, and I highly believe in the power and miracle of organic raw apple cider vinegar. All right, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.